what I've learned is that if you listen to people, truly listen, close your mouth and listen to people, they will. Okay, so Jemele Hill has brought up the scenario and the notion that Breanna Stewart's 4 championships in a row at UConn has more weight than what Caitlin Clark did at Iowa.
And then something that is very minor, what I consider to be minor, all of a sudden becomes a very big deal. Like, yes, I mean, Breanna Stewart won 4 national titles. So, yeah, she's allowed to have the opinion that, yes, you got to have a title.
Yeah.
You need to win in order to be in my group, okay?
Exactly.
Like that is not a controversial opinion. That's not a disrespect to Caitlin Clark. That is simply her opinion. And once again, how much do we see this debated on the men's side? Like literally all the time, okay? The ring conversation is the most dominant conversation in men.
So let's rewind. So Breanna Stewart graduated from UConn, stacked team. Awesome that they were able to win 4 championships in a row, okay? Caitlin Clark goes to Iowa. Just basically, she's the top player there. The only top 5 recruit in Iowa. She goes there and she tells the coach she wants to go to the Final Four. They do it twice. To get to the Final Four, in the first time, they beat South Carolina, who was a returning champion, to get to the Final Four. They lost to LSU. Second year, they beat LSU in the Elite 8. Beat UConn in the Final Four. They meet up with South Carolina and lose to South Carolina. They didn't win a championship, okay? So, big deal. Because as we look at it right now, and then now the comparison, talking about the men's side, they're always talking about the rings. Not in college. Men are not talking about college rings because on the men's side, it's different. On the men's side, you can go straight from high school to the pros. Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. None of them went to college. So if they went to college, is that guaranteed they would have won a chip? No, that's no guarantee. On the men's side, do 1 year and go to the pros. On the WNBA side, you have to do 4 years. If you were to put 2 or 3 more 5 stars with Caitlin Clark, I'll take that bet that they would have won at least 2 championships. I'll take that bet. So let's not get all caught up in the nuance of who's this and who's that based upon championships. Because right now, what's moving the needle? It's not championships. In the WNBA, these investors who are investing and putting this $2.2 billion media rights deal together, they don't give a flip about college championships. They care about who's moving the needle. They care about who's driving viewership. They care about wherever you go, eyes follow. That's what they care about right now. They don't care less about who won the most championships in a row at a college. It doesn't take or devalue what was done. So today, now, who is moving the needle? The one without any championships. Is that why she's being talked about so much about the championships? You have to remember, America loves underdogs, right? This is like a David and Goliath story, right? Saul was king. David was a shepherd boy. David, out of nowhere, was anointed king because Saul fell out of grace. Saul lost his position as king. Who took the place? David. Guess what? Caitlin Clark has been anointed the one to move things forward, the needle mover. Nothing anybody can do about it. If anything was happening now, after going after her, she's getting more and more popular. More and more people are drawn to her because she becomes more and more of an underdog. It's just something to deal with. Why do we have to keep coming back to college championships? Okay, Steph Curry, he didn't win a championship. Matter of fact, Caitlin Clark is being compared to him. Matter of fact, Caitlin Clark is being compared to NBA legends and greats from the past and now. Is that also part of maybe the problem? Because no other WNBA player has been compared to NBA players in this manner, with this gravitas, with this magnitude? Is that the problem also, potentially? What I've learned is that if you listen to people, truly listen, close your mouth and listen to people, they will tell you who they are. They will tell you what's in their heart. And there's no way around it. People will tell you what's in their heart, because what's in their heart will come out. And that's what's happening now with all these people throwing shade. And you're gonna say, well, I'm not throwing shade. So why didn't you just leave it alone? Why you gotta keep bringing it up? Oh, she didn't win any championships. Okay. Who has brought the WNBA to this point? We know WNBA was growing, but you always have to have a catalyst, and you can't discount the catalyst. All of this would have been squashed a long time ago if one thing would have happened. Just receive the gift that was given, no matter how the gift was wrapped. Okay? Because if I take a diamond worth $1 billion and I wrap it up in some greasy, nasty, dirty, filthy paper and put it on the floor, most people will walk over it. Most people will ignore it. But it doesn't change the fact that that diamond is worth $1 billion or more. So we're focused on how things are wrapped. Don't get focused on the wrapping. Get focused on what's inside the wrapping, because that's where the value lies. Just like all of us are inherently valuable. Inherently valuable. But our value is determined by the market. And that value is determined based on what we do with our inherent valuable. Okay? The inherent value that we have, how do we take that, apply work, effort, sweat, tears? How do we take that and apply it? And then when we deliver it to the market, okay, a diamonds are valuable. But when you apply the cut, the color, the carat, and the clarity, that's what determines the ultimate value on how much that diamond will be worth. It is what it is. There's no way to get around that. So when we come back talking back and forth, oh, Caitlin Clark this or Caitlin Clark that, she has been anointed. Saul has fallen out of grace. That means Saul can no longer be king.
I just want to go back to the Breanna Stewart thing for a second, because to your point, I'm really just doubling down on it. The lack of beat writers, the lack of coverage in our world, in the world of women's basketball, 4 national championships is standard. That's not the case for men's basketball, really for any other
anything.
So like that is the bar. So in another world, it's like, oh, if you get to the Final Four championship game twice, that's an amazing. By the way, it is an amazing feat. It's not to take away from what Caitlin did,
It's just not
but
as
it's
amazing
not
as
4
Stewie.
national championships in a row. But if we had people talking about that, right, in this nuanced way, then the conversation changes.
Sue Bird just made an interesting statement. She said that the standard was 4 national championships in a row, if I heard her correctly. 4 national championships in a row, because Breanna Stewart and her team at University of UConn, they won 4 national championships in a row. And she's saying on the women's side, that is the standard. So just want to establish the baseline. All right, so if that's the case, then if we're saying that a standard is a fixed unit of measurement, and that fixed unit of measurement is 4 national championships in a row, then, according to history, just facts, in 2000 and 2002, Sue Bird won national championships. Only 2. So then, does that mean that she failed to meet the standard of the 4 national championships, even though she also was at UConn? Just curious. Inquiring minds want to know. So what do you think about Caitlin Clark and this great debate that she cannot be anointed because she did not win a national championship in college, let alone 4 national championships? The way how I see it, she's already been anointed. Saul has been kicked out of the kingdom, fallen out of grace. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, keep balling.